Hello and welcome. Happy Monday. Welcome to your weekly energy update and angel cards for today and the week ahead. I'm Robin Hessinger, psychic medium and metaphysical mentor, and we tune in every Monday around 1 o'clock Eastern for the weekly update, angel messages, Q&A. So please say hello in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. It's awesome to have you here today. Hello and welcome, Tammy. How are you? And thank you all for your loves, your likes, your shares for these videos, these live streams, these energetic updates, the angel readings, the angel cards. The more loves, likes, and shares, the more comments, the more interaction, the more the messages of the angels get out to more beautiful beings like you. So thank you so much. And it is an honor and a pleasure and a delight to be here with you today. So thank you. All right, so let's see where we are starting. We're going to start, quick check-in on the comments, and we're going to start talking about the energy of this week. So there are three themes. The first is introspection, going inside, going within, connecting with your inner self, your higher self, your guides and angels, which is always a great idea. We talked about this a little bit on Friday and last week as we're transitioning out of the energy of 2022, of 2022, 2021, 2020, fully into the energy of 2023, and as we transition out of January and into February. So opportunities for introspection. The second is a question, an observation, an opportunity again to go within, to tune in and ask yourself, where am I giving my personal power away? Where am I giving away my personal power? And see what comes up for you. It might be in work, it might be in family, intimate relationships, friendships, even in your personal growth. Tune in. Allow yourself to tune in, whether it's in meditation or journaling, when you're enjoying nature, taking a walk, even taking a sea salt bath or a shower. Ask yourself the question, ask your higher self, ask your angels to give you a vision of it. Where am I giving my personal power away? And just see what comes up. See if anything comes up, if anything comes through for you. Usually, the messages that come through are for everyone that's joining the live stream and watching the replay. The third theme for the week ahead, we had introspection, personal power. Yes. How can you serve in an even bigger way in your life? In your community, in your work, in your purpose, in your calling, in your city, town, country, the world, in the universe, in the collective. How can you serve at a higher level, a deeper level, a more expansive level? And another opportunity to tune in and see what comes up and see what comes through for you. And if you have questions about any of those, about the tuning in, the introspective, the going within, about personal power, or about service in the world, go ahead and leave a comment or feel free to send me a message. Also, for those of you that messaged me about Your Authentic Life and our upcoming program, thank you for your patience. I will be replying to everyone in the next couple days with all the details of the program and what the angels and I are offering. So thank you again. And if you haven't had an opportunity, check out last Friday's video and last Wednesday. about energy, angels, and authenticity. Yay! All right, how about some angel cards for the week ahead? So these first 3 cards are for everyone, you, me, all of us, for today and the week ahead. First card, Divine Justice. So if you are going through any kind of, I'm hearing, personal or professional struggle or challenge right now, know that things are working out in your favor behind the scenes, working out for your highest good. And so trust that things will be handled fairly, justly, divinely in the now and in the universe. Divine justice. It's also about letting go of the idea, feeling, or need for retribution or blame or shame or guilt or struggle. Definitely letting go of the idea of struggle. Calling on Archangel Chamuel. It's the archangel that's associated with this card and this message. And again, trusting that there is divine justice happening, right? Trusting that there are angels supporting you behind the scenes. So, beautiful card for today and this week ahead. All right. Next card, and welcome Kelly. Thank you for joining us. And Kelly, I was just saying that for everyone that has messaged me about Your Authentic Life and our upcoming program with the angels, I will be replying to everybody in the next couple of days with the details of that. So thank you all for your patience. Okay, second card, emotion. This is, well, water represents emotion, right? It's an opportunity. This week we talked about going within, tuning into your guides and angels, also to personal power and service. And so notice this week, especially if you're tuning in, you're meditating, you're journaling, you're getting out in nature, you're taking a walk, a sea salt bath, a shower with some sea salt scrub. Notice what emotions are coming up for you. Notice what, notice where there's an opportunity to process your emotions, heal, transmute, release, transform them, especially into something more joyful. So if there's any sadness, frustration, or I'm hearing melancholy, sadness, frustration, or melancholy, journaling, walking, getting out in nature, calling on your angels and your divine team, allowing yourself to acknowledge, feel the emotions, then process them, release them, transmute them, transform them. So it becomes to a point where you are floating on the wave, you're comfortably floating on the wave, rather than being in the undertow, which is what's staying in negative emotions or downward spiral, or emotions that are negative, fear-based, that are lowering our energy. Then we get caught in the undertow, then we're under the waves. That's not as much fun as peacefully, calmly, tranquilly floating on the surface. So second card. We spent a little more time on that card, but they're saying it's really, really important, actually 3 reallys, really, really, really important to be processing our emotions on a daily basis. Because also, what happens is they get stuck. They get stuck in organs, meridians, chakras. They get stuck in our body, and then we don't feel so great, right? And we might not attribute a headache or a stomach ache or sleeplessness or other things that are going on with our physical body as emotions that we haven't processed or emotions that are stuck somewhere. So really important to be acknowledging and processing, releasing, transmuting, transforming our emotions on a daily basis. All right, I'm gonna shuffle. Next card. Art. So, appreciating art, tuning into your creativity. What else do I want to say about this? We're all creative. You're all creative. We all have creative abilities. Tune into that for yourself, for others, and also appreciating everything that in this world, in this universe, that is art. Whether it's the beautiful flowers, I don't see the roses behind me, or the I've seen some really beautiful birds lately. It's like the way that their coloring is like, you know, the way they're painted is like art. So appreciating nature, appreciating what's in your home or your environment and your surroundings, and you know, seeing things with new eyes, seeing things with new vision, right? Which also enhances our gratitude, our appreciation, our thankfulness, and boosts our own creativity. Okay, those are the 3 cards for all of us for the week ahead. Now we will do, just looking around, we'll do 1, 2, 3 cards. So Tammy says, love having artwork up in my home. Yes. Always having beautiful things to look at, right? Kelly says, makes sense. And Tammy says, hoping for calm, peace, and joy. Yeah, we're definitely, most of us are not taught to process our emotions. We're taught to stuff them down, to not cry, to not yell, scream, shout, have a temper tantrum. We're not taught that, and some of us weren't even allowed that, right, in childhood. So, and hearing healthy, nurturing, productive ways to process your emotions, right? And always, as always, calling on your angels. All right. So, closing your eyes, taking a breath, and tuning in to card number 1, 2, or 3. And this is your personal card for the week ahead. So see which calls to you. See which number pops out, or lights up. 1, 2, or 3. Doing another shuffle. And all right. Card number 1, which is also one of the weekly cards, Divine Justice. So again, if you're trying to sort something out, figure something out, or you're feeling like something's unfair, you're feeling, I'm hearing you're feeling unsure, uncertain, or challenged by something, not to worry, not to stress, to trust your guides and angels and your higher self, that divine justice is working out for the highest good of all. Divine justice is working out for the highest good of all. Okay. Carl says, yay, divine justice. And Kelly, even looking outside at snow right now is beautiful. Yes. Even the contrast, right? Obviously, no snow here, but the contrast of that can be absolutely beautiful. So, and Kelly says, love that card. Yeah, isn't it a beautiful card? They're all beautiful cards, but okay. If you were feeling called to card number 2, this is your card for today and the week ahead. So, sexuality, embracing your earthly sexuality, and embracing your first, second, third chakras, embracing your physicalness and physicality. And just as we talked about processing emotions and not being taught to process emotions when we were kids, or being allowed to have emotions. And a lot of families, especially in the US and Canada, right? Maybe not so much in Europe or South America, sex and sexuality was a taboo topic, right? It wasn't something that was talked about. It wasn't something that was discussed. I had a family member that if there was anything that came on a TV show or a sitcom that was in any way had a sexual reference, the channel was immediately changed. so, so we're not taught to embrace our sexuality. We are spiritual beings in a physical body, which also means food and sex and joy and pleasure. And also I'm hearing really honoring yourself, and so sacred. I'm hearing also sacred sexuality. And so tuning in to what that means for you, sacred sexuality. So that was card number 2, if you felt called to card number 2. So hello John, thank you for joining. Teresa, hello, happy Monday. So we're in the midst of our 1, 2, 3 personal card pulls. So if you're just joining now, please stay on and then also go back and watch the replay. And just see whether you feel called in this moment to card 1, 2, or 3. We just pulled cards 1 and 2. Here is number 3. Okay, I really did shuffle. I shuffled. So this was also one of our main cards for this week, emotion. Processing emotions and not allowing yourself to be pulled down by them, be dragged into the undertow, not allowing yourself to be swept away by your emotions, processing them, transmuting them, healing them in ways that are nurturing and supportive for you, and then floating on this wave, trusting, faith, trust, calm, tranquility, shifting your emotions. So, card number 1, divine justice for all concerned, for the highest outcome of all concerns, sexuality and sacred sexuality and embracing your sexual nature, and emotions, card number 3, processing, healing, transmuting your emotions so you can float on a sea of calm and tranquility. And she also has all these beautiful, she's got the stars and the moon. I see a lot of divine connection in this card as well, because when we're in the churn, when we're in the undertow of emotions, it is far more challenging to connect to our angels, our inspiration, our guidance, our inner wisdom, all of that. So processing our emotions. All right, so Kelly says 1 and 3 hit me. Been really working on letting go and embracing new. Yes. And Jeff, another double dip with the emotion card. Everything is coming into use since Christmas. That is awesome, Jeff. You are in the flow, and I'm seeing more double dips for you this week, as well as triple. Start to watch for the triple. Things coming in 3s. 3, 3, 3. All right, so instead of doing the cards, more cards today, we're going to do personal messages in the form of a word, sentence, or phrase. So if you're feeling called, go ahead and post in the comments below. Post in the comments, leave a comment, share a comment if you're feeling called to a personal message. It'll be a word, phrase, or sentence that the angels give you for today and this week. And we'll just do a quick refresh of comments. Jeff is laughing. Yes, I see it 3s. Why stop at 2s? Why stop at two fortunes in your fortune cookie and 2 cards and 2, right? Why not go for 3 or 4 or more? All right. Carl. And some of these, again, I'm hearing the angels say, it might seem like a really simple word or phrase that comes through, but to know yourself that there's depth in it, that there's expansiveness in it, that there's opportunities for exploration, and that, like many things, there's many levels and layers of it, right? So Carl, your word is trust. Trust, 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 trust. I see it in big letters. I see it in all caps. I see it in lights. I see it in little letters. I see it like flying around on the screen. Trust, 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 trust. All right. Tammy. Fearlessness. 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 Say it, repeat it, feel it in your body. Put a sticky note on your mirror or write it in lipstick on your mirror. Fearlessness. Fearlessness. Kelly. Nurture yourself. Softness. Give yourself the love that you're craving and that you deserve. Okay. That was a little bit more than one word, but that's what the angels have for you. And when I'm channeling, I don't usually remember what was just said, so if it's more than a word. So you might want to go back and listen to the replay again. And I hope that resonates. All right. John. Okay. A message for John from the angels. Enjoy the contrast. Enjoy the contrast. And they're saying this has 4 or 5 meanings right now in your life. So you might take a notepad or a journal or a napkin and a pen, paper napkin, and see what comes up. Saying 4 or 5 things in your life that this relates to. Enjoy the contrast. Kelly says, beautiful, needed that. You are so welcome. Tammy's got fearlessness in all caps. That is awesome. All right, let me just see if I missed. Just doing a quick check of the comments. All right, Jeff. Okay, might be an obvious one, but abundance. Abundance, flow, and synchronicity. Oh, you got 3. They all tie together, link together, flow together. Abundance, flow, and synchronicity. So, embracing it. Embracing all of it. All right. Let me just see if there's anything else that's coming through in this moment. I just want me to remind you about your abundant life. It will be happening in February, or at least starting in February and continuing. This will be with me, with my angels, with your angels. And did I say your abundant life or your authentic life? Oh, maybe it's both. Your authentic and abundant life. So, yes, we're going to be getting together. We're going to have a lot of fun. The angels are never into work or trying. There's no homework. There's opportunities for play. There's opportunities to explore. There's opportunities to experience. And we're going to be doing all of that together in your authentic life. And this affects all areas of your life. Your health, your well-being, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. your wealth, prosperity, and abundance, your work and career, your calling, your purpose, your relationships. Did I always say your relationships, intimate relationships, friendships, family. This affects all areas of your life, right? So it's going to be super exciting. It's going to be super exciting. I'm super excited about it. And I see a lot of angels dancing around right now. My angels and a lot of your angels are dancing around now too. So stay tuned for more details about that. And if you want an advanced preview of it and more information, please send me a personal message. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Robin Hessinger, psychic medium and metaphysical mentor, and helping you tune into your intuition, your guides and angels, and your authentic life. We will be back on Wednesday. I will announce the time later this afternoon. We'll schedule it, live stream on Wednesday, and then on Friday, our live stream will be at 5 o'clock Eastern. So kind of wrapping up the day and the week here, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific, for your weekend angel cards and blessing cards, which everybody loves blessing cards, yeah? All right, thank you so much for joining me for the live stream. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for your loves, your likes, your shares, for joining in the comments. Again, all of the interaction helps more beautiful beings like you to receive the angel messages and get to know their angels and their higher self and their authentic self. All right, lots of love, angel blessings, a big hug, some tropical breezes, especially if you're in a cold, snowy place, and we'll see you on Wednesday.